think that was money.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy. I'm the host of the RV Atlas podcast and the author of Where Should We Camp Next? This summer, Sean the camera guy and I are hitching up and heading out on a huge adventure, and we are going to take you along for the ride. From boondocking to beach camping, we are going on 8 great camping trips and sharing our best tips and tricks along the way. This is Let's Go Camping with Go RVing. Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Go Camping with Go RVing. Today, Sean the camera guy and I are at Assateague National Seashore and we are beach camping. We've got the RV set up right behind us here. We've got the ocean literally steps behind us over the dunes right here. And the bay is right behind that line of trees on the other side. So we are surrounded by water and we are all set up to have an amazing beach camping trip. And today we're going to give you 8 tips so you can also plan your own amazing beach camping vacation. Tip number 1. When you're beach camping, do not leave your RV awning out unattended because the wind can come up strong and fast here along the beach. So if you're going to go down to the beach for the day or go out for a day trip and leave the campground, roll your awning in so you don't come back to a really unpleasant surprise. So tips number 2 and 3 are all about managing sand. I love beach camping. My family and I have been beach camping for years and we love the sand and we love the beach, but we don't like the sand all over the outside of the RV and inside the RV. So tip number 2, if you're a new RV owner and you haven't bought a nice outdoor rug yet for your RV, now's the time before you go on a beach camping trip. And we also always bring one of those old-fashioned corn brooms with us so we can keep that outdoor rug swept off and free of sand so the kids can chill and play a game there and we can relax without getting all sandy before we go back into the RV. Tip number 3. Now we don't want sand on our outdoor rug, but we really don't want sand inside our RV, particularly in our beds at night. So if you have an outdoor shower on your RV, consider rinsing off outside and getting the sand off of you there. Then we also recommend putting a small bucket of water right by the RV stairs so you can kind of step into it and get the sand off of your feet. And then also, I really recommend having a small handheld vacuum to vacuum off your sheets and blankets and pillows at night to get sand out of the bed, because trust me, when you are beach camping, sand wants to get in your bed. Tip number 4. Now when you're beach camping, you just have to bring more gear with you. So I recommend not just bringing your camp chairs, which you always have along with you, but also bringing dedicated beach chairs. And that's because your camp chairs will probably just sink into the sand, where your beach chairs will have the bar along the bottom and they will sit firmly in the sand and be much more comfortable when you're down by the water. So don't just bring camp chairs, also bring dedicated beach chairs. Tip number 5. When I was growing up, my grandfather always said to respect the ocean. And what he meant by that was to just understand that the ocean is not a lake or a pool. At times it can be dangerous. There can be currents, there can be riptides, and there can be large waves. Sean and I are really experts around the ocean, and we both grew up surfing, so we feel very comfortable going in with the way that the conditions are today. But if you feel uncomfortable at any point in the ocean, then simply don't go in or swim near a lifeguard. Tip number 6. Stay hydrated while you're camping at the beach. The combination of sun and salt water can get you dehydrated really, really quickly. And plus, if you're swimming or surfing, you're probably not drinking water while you're doing so. So if your RV has an outdoor fridge, now's the time to stock it up with cold waters. If your RV does not have an outdoor fridge, I recommend getting a cooler and filling it up with ice and water and putting it underneath your RV in the shade. Now, of course, our RVs do have regular refrigerators inside, but I recommend keeping lots of drinks outside while you're beach camping so that you and the kids are not going in and out of the RV all day long, dragging sand into the RV. Tip number 7. Now it can get really hot when you're beach camping, and a lot of times at campgrounds on the beach, your RV is going to be sitting in direct sunlight with no shade. So we recommend pulling down your shades on the inside of the RV to cut down on the amount of heat that gets in the RV, so that your air conditioner will not have to work as hard and it will keep things cooler and get things cooler much more quickly. Tip number 8. Now, most of us know that when we're camping in bear country, we need to put all of our food away and put away our grills and griddles and camp stoves so the bears don't come calling and looking for food. Now, when you're beach camping, there are no bears around here, but wildlife still might smell that food and want to come onto your site and try and get some of it. So even though you're camping at the beach, we really recommend putting all your food away at night and your camp stoves, your griddles, and your grills. This is a good example here at Assateague Island National Seashore. There are wild horses roaming all around this campground, and if you leave any kind of food out at night, even if it's just some crumbs you dropped on the floor, they're gonna come and eat that food, and it is not good for them. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Let's Go Camping with Go RVing. 8 tips for beach camping here at Assateague Island National Seashore. If you want to find out more about RVing or find a dealer near you, head on over to GoRVing.com.